Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the Radar Show. I'm here with King John. Travis gonna be on late. We're just gonna, sum things up from the game one NBA Finals. Touch on a little bit of the NFL, just get that started. But I know John, me and you were talking about the Pacers, how we don't know how these guys kept winning because they're always down. They're always down by double digits late in the game, and they somehow come back and win. And Halliburton, the most overrated player in the NBA, has been playing unbelievable basketball from the start of the playoffs.
I mean, bro,
So,
the, no, the Pacers are playing. It's not just Halliburton. It's the Pacers are playing great basketball, man. I watched that whole game, and I noticed. If you notice in the second half, they actually slowed down because I think they was gonna get ran out the building. They would try to keep up that pace they was doing the first half, and because they kept turning over the ball. So I believe they actually slowed down the second half and just kept running their offense, doing something different. And I mean, what do OKC do when they get in a tight spot? They just give it to Shea. They don't even run offense.
I mean, Shea gets to the line. He does everything he got to do. Shea is probably the best scorer in the NBA at the moment. And when the game's on the line, you got to give it to him because throughout the season, that's what he did. That's just what he did. And it's only game one. They lost it. They blew this first game, which it's kind of hard to just let a game slip by. But I do think that the Thunder are, better than the Pacers, that they could make up this loss. But then again, you can't really lose games in the playoffs like this. It's hard to recover.
You got to take. Yeah, because you got to take teams out because you never know what's going to happen in the middle of a series. An injury can change everything.
Yeah, I'm like rooting for the Pacers to win too. So I'm rooting for the Pacers to win. So, but I still think the Thunder is the better team. But you just can't count the Pacers out.
They're going to have to come out game two and show that.
Yeah,
they're going
just
to have
can't
to
count
come out game two and show that. Like, no, you can't, bro. I told a friend of mine didn't watch after 6 minutes in the fourth. He had cut the game off because he had to go back to work. He worked for Greyhound.
Yeah, you can't do that to Pacers.
He didn't realize OKC lost. We just talking on the phone today, and he's like, "Yeah, OKC gonna take both games." OKC, I said, "Dude, Pacers won game two." He's like, game one. He's like, "No, they didn't." I said, "No, dude, Pacers won game one." Dude, he went back and looked up ESPN because he didn't believe me that the Pacers had won game one. I said, "Yeah, the Pacers won, bro. They just kept running their offense and they made shots in the fourth quarter. They literally just made shots."
Man. Yeah, I can't say enough about the Pacers.
Hey, the lowest rated game in NBA history for game one. They said since 1988, but
it shows all the casuals that are out there.
I mean,
yeah, the casuals ain't watching.
I mean, some people just don't want to watch them play. That's all. I'll call them casual. They just don't want to watch it.
I like good basketball. I watched the game, and it was just good. It was good basketball. You see what OKC do great. They got great athletes out there. They on the defensive end. That's what they do, and they play defense. They can play half court offense as well. But I do think they got to look. I think they just missed two shots. Jalen and Dort missed two wide open threes that if they wanted to make, I think OKC win that game.
I mean, they should have won.
Yeah, I mean when you're favored at home and you're favored by 10 plus points at home, you have no business losing. I don't care what the context is. You're a fully healthy team. They're huge underdogs, and I called this from the beginning. Like months ago, I said Indiana, my favorite team, and I mean, I hope they won, and they're going to win. Believe me, they match up well, especially in the paint. I don't know why they were only playing Hartenstein and Holmgren for 20 plus minutes. But I mean, obviously you have the MVP and the best player, but I mean, Indiana is deep. They can shoot the ball. They're not afraid of the big moment, and they're super clutch. So I mean, if you're not going to blow them out, so you just got to execute better than them down the stretch. And I mean, Indiana's had. I don't want to say they've had it, or OKC's. I don't want to say they've had a cakewalk, but you know, have they really been tested except for the Nuggets? So we'll see.
I mean, they were up about, wasn't they up about 15 in the fourth?
Yeah, 15 in the fourth quarter, and they choked
So
because Indiana just doesn't quit.
Yeah, they didn't have
Between
no
12
reason to
and
lose that
15.
game. Oh yeah, they had no, they should not have lost that game. But
No.
you know, you let your guards down, and the Pacers
It
going
may
to pounce on
be
you.
a wake-up call for OKC. It may be a wake-up call. Say you got to play 48 minutes. You got to play the game all the way to the zeros over in the fourth quarter, and that because that's the way the Pacers play. They play the game
think
too. Yeah, you up 15.
it's hard to
you know.
blow games. Yeah, it's hard to blow games in the finals, but in the playoffs, period. But I think the Thunder could recover.
You believe is Halliburton a better all-time player than LeBron now?
He's definitely a better all-time player than Reggie Miller. Now, I'll tell you that one. Definitely better than Reggie.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, you can get that man the ball 1-on-1, and he gonna get to his spot and make that shot.
That was hilarious.
I mean, everyone saw it coming. He's in that stretch. He's hot.
How about the
Oh,
play they
for
ran
sure.
at the end of the game? Did you like that play, Billy? I understand what they're trying to do, but I mean, I think Indiana saw the play coming.
Oh yeah,
They were trying to get the ball.
Talking about Halliburton, like it worked, but
Yeah,
you know,
Halliburton play worked. I mean, do you try to get the ball out of his hand? You double him?
I don't know what you really do to him. I don't know what you really do to Halliburton because sometimes you just don't know what he's going to do. It's hard.
People don't
It's
like
hard
the way
to
he
know
play
because yeah, everything is just he's awkward to like a lot of people, like the way he played the game. But that works to his advantage. Like his form,
yeah, it
you
does.
know, how he move around the
Yeah.
court is kind of awkward what you see it, but you know, he honed it so well that it's like second nature to him, and it just throws everybody off.
Yep.
Yeah, and he been playing like that forever, so he comfortable with it. It's just people guarding him got to get comfortable with that as well. So
it's gonna be hard. It's like fighting like southpaw if you never fought one. They say he plays like Urkel.
Perfect.
He is awkward. Yeah, he does play kind of awkward, but man, his awkwardness is just it gives him advantage. And he's
like playing a left-hander.
Yeah, and like he doesn't turn the ball over that much. Man, it's
no, not at all. He plays his own
he has
pace.
great vision.
You can't. Yes.
Everything.
You know how to step away when somebody else got it.
Great vision.
I like his game. And he really confident. His confidence is sky high. Regardless of what happened in this NBA Finals, his confidence.
Well, that's the thing with the Pacers. All their confidence is huge because they just hit, like they've shown they can come back. They're beating opponents. They've never had home court here, right? And they're just coming back from huge deficits. They make plays. They know everyone on the team's not afraid to take the shot. Like Nembhard, like that was a huge shot, busting at him. Who was his face? Like Jay Will's face. Like just destroying them. I mean, they demolished them on the glass. So I mean, they know they can play with anyone, and because they go 12 deep. So I mean, you're not gonna beat them by getting in their heads like ever. And like obviously, Halliburton's been this historic heater. As far as like the last, you don't want it in his hands, obviously, if you're the team, with a slight lead. So I don't know. It's gonna be I want to say Indiana's got this just because of their confidence. Obviously, you could make the argument that the Thunder are have the better starting lineup, but I mean I think Pacers. I think there might be right now, at least this postseason, they might have the deeper team. We'll see. It's gonna be a great series. I don't think it goes fewer than 6, but
I
Rick
mean,
Carlisle.
I,
Rick
I
Carlisle
mean,
is coaching everybody.
the
yeah,
Thunder is not like this great, like this Shaq and Kobe, like the
no.
Bulls. Like they're not like they can be beat, and the
Mm-hmm.
Pacers, their confidence is so high. Halliburton's confidence, like Travis said, everyone's confidence high. Like they may have the advantage because of their confidence. they may have that advantage.
Yeah, you got to play with a swagger, especially against a team that everyone says is all time and all this. It's like you haven't heard the last of it. You came out of nowhere. You were the dark horse, pretty much. Even though I believed it from the beginning of the season. So
I mean, Travis, come on, Travis, you.
I want to pull up that tape, man.
No. I'm not giving this to you, Travis. I am not. Okay, how many times you said I'm not giving this to you?
I just like the way Rick Carlisle is coaching right now. Rick Carlisle is coaching his ass off, and
I mean,
he knows what to do. And
we
he
seen
may
him do it
be.
before.
I mean, honestly, he may be the best coach in the NBA right now.
We seen him do it before.
Period.
So
yes,
this
we
won't be
have.
the first time that he took.
And I've seen it a couple of times.
Underdog.
Mm.
What seed was the Pacers this year?
6.
What seed was Dallas when they won? Was
You
that
sure
a
they
6?
won a 4th seed?
I thought there were 6. I might
Talking
be
about
wrong. I
20.
thought
They could have been the 4th seed because
no, because Indiana was
I think
or
all of them.
it
because
was
Milwaukee was 4, right?
it was. I mean, the 5th seed, not the 4th seed, the 5th seed, because it was
Yeah, they did the 5th seed. They
Cavs,
played Milwaukee.
Boston, and Knicks, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so I don't know if they was
Cavs,
4th or
Boston,
5th.
and the Knicks.
I'm not sure.
They had to be 5th because I think Milwaukee
Knicks
had
used
home
to have
court.
4. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
Milwaukee
know.
was definitely higher seed. But yeah, it's crazy. I can't wait to see that game tomorrow. Let's see if they let OKC bounce back, and because they're gonna play a desperation game, right? Just like
I
they did
mean,
with
they don't
against.
They
have
got to
to.
win.
Yep, you
Yeah,
have to
they
win.
don't have
They
to.
got to.
I mean, they don't have to win, but they need to win. But
Yeah,
Don't
you
forget.
2-0 going back with the other. Yeah, you got to win.
I mean, you could come back from
You go
losing.
down 0-2.
It's 2 games at home. I understand that, but it's possible. But yeah, they need to win tomorrow. They have to play desperate. They have to
Yeah,
play the best game of the season tomorrow.
they certainly do. But switching gear.
And they got to play for 48 minutes. That's the thing. They
I mean,
have to play for 48 minutes.
They was in control the whole game. So
Whole game ain't 48 minutes. If you play 46 minutes, the Pacers might win that game.
Pacers has been unbelievable this postseason. I can't believe that they've just been erasing, setting so many records for just comebacks in the final minute or so. Just insane.
I mean, we never seen nothing like it. So
Yeah,
we literally, and especially from like this team, yeah.
yeah, it was pretty insane.
I mean, like from the get go, like they were just getting. It wasn't even a real contest. Like the first 3 quarters, like they just didn't look that good. Like they looked like they shouldn't have been in the finals.
Yeah,
they
had
15. They was down by 15 in the fourth.
What does it help when you have 24 turnovers?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at
Crazy.
everything, it looked like OKC won this game easily. If you just look at the stat sheet, you look like OKC won this game easily. 24 turnovers? Come on now.
Yup. 24 and they were 19 in the first half. Crazy. And they were getting, but they out rebounded them because of the poor coaching. And
I said this in the beginning. about Rick Carlisle. Hey, he's gonna be the difference in every Pacers series. He's gonna outcoach the other team's coach.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle's the GOAT. Come on.
He's gonna
He's up there.
outcoach.
Like you're talking about like how many coaches have we seen in NBA history who've like not taken, I'm not saying they have a zero talent or a bad, but like you don't have like marquee names, right? And you're just consistently out coaching other teams. Like I get Phil Jackson, but he always had studs, right?
Do you remember that '98 Bulls versus the Pacers? Remember, Rick Carlisle was an assistant coach under Larry Bird for a year. And Larry Bird always gave Rick Carlisle a lot of credit for what he did with that team.
Mm-hmm.
He said Rick Carlisle was coaching. They took their Bulls Series 7.
That team was a lot like this team. Like they had shooters, they had a great interior defensive line, right? Like they had Dale Davis, they had Smith, they had Perkins, they had some guys inside.
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean it's almost that team. You know, Rick Smith can go to the outside shoot. He had that good 17 to 20-foot shot.
You had Jalen Rose, you had Travis Bass, you had Mark Jackson, you had all these guys.
Just to think about this, how great of a coach he is, what he's done with players. Isn't it crazy how he got away from Luka? He couldn't coach him.
Remember, he was the one to leave.
Yeah, what did I say about Luka? That
Luka's overrated, dude. Go on.
Can't nobody tell him anything. And I think him being traded was a reality check maybe that he needed. I think sometimes you need a reality check, and I think hopefully this was the reality check he needed in his career.
I mean, like he makes it work with everybody. With Dirk,
I don't think he's necessarily in a better situation now that he was in Dallas, though.
They had built that team around him perfectly.
Well, he went to the finals, so that's the team for
him.
Yeah. Like, what are they gonna do next year? Nothing. Like they can't really improve their roster a whole lot, right?
I mean, they probably gonna get Cooper Cup. So.
Oh no, Lakers. I mean.
Oh, talking about the Lakers. Oh
yeah. Lakers are. LeBron's not taking a pay cut. So.
I mean, it's not like there's somebody out for him to get. Even if he did take a pay cut, like who the Lakers
going to get? The Lakers need a huge piece. They need a rim attacker. Somebody could throw lobs to. Big man. Exactly what they need. Somebody who's gonna get 8-9 rebounds a game, a solid 8 rebounds a game.
Yeah, they should sign Giannis and Jokic.
Oh yeah, that's the extra 8, huh? With both of them.
Giannis is for sure going to San Antonio. Book it.
I mean,
I think Giannis is staying in Milwaukee. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Oh man,
I mean,
I would hate that.
If y'all pay attention to the CBA, it's going to stop teams from being able to make trades like this, and then you can't keep teams together.
I mean, you can't even pay players with this.
OKC gonna have to start breaking up their team if they can't play everybody.
Yeah. I don't know what the owners were thinking when they agreed to this deal. I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah, the media was just on their ass, dude. It's just like everything else.
I think the media be controlling too much.
I mean, this CBA is bad for the players and the owners.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Like the player empowerment has gone way too far because you sign a contract, you get paid $1 million to do what you want. You shouldn't have this much of a goddamn say into where you play, how you play, all this stuff. Like you agree to a commitment, you agree. Like, I mean, you're making the money. It's a consumer sport. The consumers need to come first. So. Whatever.
Player empowerment.
I mean,
player empowerment is done. Bro.
I mean, you shouldn't be able to sit out and be like, trade me, or I'm not playing. Like that's ridiculous.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
I think it should go both ways. I think players need to have certain type of power over trades and to make it fair, because they could just get traded at the win without even knowing, like Luka. Or then they're upset that players are forcing them way out. So it needs to go both ways.
Yeah, no, exactly. Because I mean, it's just insane. Because it like voids. It doesn't matter. Like if you sign a contract or whatever, it's just like who James Harden did that for like a year, and like who else did that? Like you saw, yeah, Simmons did that.
Mm-hmm.
It was ridiculous. Like,
I really believe there should be no trade calls and shorter contracts. I mean, give them
I believe if you have
year
a super,
deal. Like
if
if
sign
you
a
want a
Supermax-
no trade if you want a like no trading in your clause, you have to have a like shorter deal. I'm
Mhm.
guessing something has to work both ways.
mm-hmm.
no, AB, I think if you sign a Supermax, it should come with a no trade clause. Because basically, you're telling me I'm your franchise player, and if you sign the Supermax, it should come with a no trade clause. But I agree with you. Maybe it should be a 3-year deal, and
Yeah.
that's the max.
Mm-hmm.
And because it keeps everybody in line. It makes everybody stay on their toes.
I mean, look at Boston. They have two players making more than so much more money, and like they sold that team in a heartbeat. Like, no, this is too much for us.
Yeah,
and I believe a lot of the trade for Luka had to do with how much he was going to get paid. Like, you don't want that type of player on your team making that much money that you really don't have that much faith in. So let's just get rid of him.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be like a blueprint. This finals, this season, blueprint for how a lot of teams are going to build their roster. Where like you don't necessarily need like supermax contracts, right? Besides, like Shea got traded, right? He wasn't some insane talent that was the number one pick, or like they traded half the roster to get him. They swindled. Was it like the Clippers?
The Clippers thought they were getting over. That's
worst trade in history.
If you try to build your team either like Indianapolis or OKC, it's almost an impossible thing. OKC got 1.5 million draft picks. You can't build your team like that. Mm-hmm. And the Pacers, if you really honest and look at their team, they got really lucky and signed some players early to long contracts that they don't even have to worry about for another year or two, who they underpaid compared to what they're doing on the court. I think it's impossible to do what the Pacers doing, but OKC got 1 million draft picks.
They did. They built that team pretty much organically, right? Like,
but then again, they got a team that's like the Denver. Like, you got a star and you got pieces around them.
Mm-hmm. You have great pieces around them.
Even Boston wasn't this superstar studded team. Even when like Giannis and them won it, they wasn't this just a whole bunch of stars of their team. Like this, the way of the super team, so say, like that just do not work.
No, it's done.
Stuff don't work.
It does.
Like you have to have a team around them. And I know Denver gave the Thunder a run for their money, but they're not surrounded by a whole bunch of stars either. They got that one star, and they fit pieces around them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like that's how it's been going. Like there's no like. Look at the Suns. They had 3 stars. They couldn't win. They couldn't play defense. They couldn't do anything.
Make the playoffs.
It's not slowing the ball down anymore and just giving it to our best players. No, you have to play so hard today. You got to play both sides of the floor today.
Exactly. I mean, like that. Like you could just see that was a recipe for disaster, right? Like the Beal Durant thing. Like, I mean, even with Booker, 3 guys who don't play look at defense. You can count on a bunch of them being injured and missing 20 games a year at least. You have no depth on your bench because of how much you're paying these clowns to play. And like after you don't make the fun, if you don't go far, then you see the same narratives. Your coach is in the hot seat. Who's going to get traded? Like it was just a dumpster fire. So Cleveland or Phoenix might be the most questions heading into this offseason.
I mean,
I never understood the Beal trade in the first place.
It was stupid.
I didn't understand why they.
He's a scorer. He's a shooter. He's a scorer. Like he's a good third piece, but he wanted to be a number 1 piece.
They look at the box score. They don't watch the game. They don't look at the intangibles. They don't say what could be a good fit for the team. They just say, "Oh, hey, this guy had a great season, or he's a good scorer for his career. Like, let's bring him in. He'll mesh automatically." Same thing with Durant. He's been passed around like a blunt for the same reason, dude. Like, obviously he wants to leave and go, but what does KD actually?
That's the issue. He gets traded because he wants out.
KD can't be the face of a team. He needs to be a complimentary guy because you need other defensive building blocks around him.
But ain't that what he went to Phoenix for? He said Book was the number one guy. He's the second option.
I mean, Book doesn't play look at defense either, so I mean, who can stop? You know?
I mean, yeah, those teams just don't work. You have to have players to play both ends of the floor. You have to have at least 3 on the floor at the same time.
That's
At
why
least 3.
OKC is ridiculous, because they have scores, they have great two-way players, and they like Lou Dort's a great two-way player, so J. Will, SGA is up there.
Yeah.
They have great defense front court. Like,
look at when the Lakers tried to play 90s ball with a scorer, a big man. They couldn't make the playoffs. Like, no, we're not doing that. You have to have guys that go up and down the floor and guard people. But
and we know that Luka,
Westbrook.
we know that Luka is way better defensively than Anthony Davis too.
Yeah.
But you think the NBA is gonna? How y'all feel about the tip? How y'all feel about the Tibbs fire?
The what?
The Tibbs being fired.
Oh, stupid! I mean, you know what's coming. It was a knee-jerk reaction.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is the players wanting him gone. If the players didn't want him gone, it just didn't make any sense. And if I'm a player and I'm playing 40 minutes a game, I probably don't want him to leave. So I'm not sure why. Like, no NBA player wants to come out.
If you play basketball, if you play basketball, you never want to come out the game. You looking at the coach like, are you serious? Everybody want to play for a coach. I'm playing 48 minutes. Cool. I'm down.
I mean, it's just, like you said, it's the media. The media making these moves. All they talking about is how they're playing too much. So, I mean,
if Mike Malone can get fired like a year after, winning the championship or a couple years after, and like he had the players, great seed, winning despite all their injuries, and lack cohesion on that team, and he gets fired, then anyone can.
I mean, most likely, if he was coaching, they would have probably been in the finals. Who knows? They made it to Game 7.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the GOAT carrying you. You can do anything.
You made it to Game 7. You know, who knows?
I actually believe they probably beat OKC if Mike Malone is the coach. I mean,
they might. Yeah. I know OKC was a better team, but they might do it. Taking them Game 7, they had no business going that far with them. And then Minnesota got dog walked, which I did not expect.
Yeah, I was telling you guys from the beginning, Minnesota was not that great of a team everybody was thinking.
Yeah, they just beat the scrub Lakers. No big deal there.
They beat the terrible coach Lakers team.
Yeah.
Now that's not, you can't play LeBron James 40-something minutes.
You can't play LeBron 30 minutes, though.
LeBron 32 minutes max. 32 minutes max.
Let's get LeBron off the team. What do you say?
I mean, if you can't get the face of the league off the team, so
face of the league. I mean, you're probably right. But segueing that, John, people are saying your Bears aren't going to make the playoffs, man. What do you think about that?
Nothing new.
No, we ain't doing that.
Nothing new. That's nothing new.
What do you guys think here? We had some. I've seen some wild projections about some of these power rankings going on in the NFL here. To segue about, obviously it's we haven't seen training camp or anything, but how do you see these divisions shaping up? Any dark horse guys, or is it the usual suspects? I know people are sleeping on the Chiefs this year, which is weird to say.
I don't know who's on the Chiefs.
I think you should watch out for Carolina. I think I think they had a good run at the end of the season, and Bryce Young, I think he's going to have a really good season next year. I want to see if Washington had this type of season again, back-to-back seasons. I want to Detroit. They lost a offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator. How's that going to affect the team? You're going to get some players back who was hurt last year. How's that team gonna play? What's the direction of the team? How do they play offense? What defensive scheme they gonna play? I really want to see Detroit, and is Green Bay ready to take that step?
Nah.
I mean, my division is the NFC. My division is the NFC North.
They have three good. Yeah. They have three good teams.
That's projected to be like the best division of football, right? Like you got.
It usually always is to Bears fans, but they actually are last year.
Listen, Bears overhauled their entire roster. I think Caleb Williams is going to take a step forward. Their defense is going to be way, way better. I mean, they can't be worse offensively, but I think the Vikings will regress. There's no way they win 14 games with an unproven quarterback, although they have a great roster. But Green Bay, I think, is overrated. I think the Lions will and should win that division.
I think it's gonna be a toss up between them and Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Jordan Love's Strat. I don't know.
He keep getting hurt. That's my thing about.
He's the best quarterback in the division. He's the best quarterback in the division.
He is the best quarterback. He's the most
athletic think he's better?
Quarterback, maybe.
Yeah, he is. Who is that?
Jared Goff is better than Jordan Love.
I'm gonna go with Jordan Love.
Look at the stats. It's not just the stats. Look at how they play. Obviously, you scheme and roster and everything, but I mean, what has Jordan Love done? Nothing. I mean, they didn't improve their receiver core really. They got Matthew Golden, but like they might lose two of their other receivers. Their running game's gonna be fine. Their defense is very questionable. I don't think they're gonna be better than Minnesota or Detroit.
I think Minnesota QB is gonna hurt them at the beginning of the season.
You might be right.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason. Because if they would have kept the same roster, they would have most likely been the best team. But
didn't they improve their roster except for their QB, right?
yeah. They quarterback go and.
I mean, that was a good move, though. I mean, you're not going to keep Sam Darnold, right? Like, who cares? It was whatever, but we'll see.
I think the money he got, you could have kept. When he signed a 3-year deal with Seattle, I think I would have kept him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bargain right now, especially for Seattle.
I don't think there was a reason for them to let him go, to be honest with you.
I would have liked to see what their negotiations were. I mean, he probably wasn't asking for that much.
He didn't get that much.
The money he got is what he should have got from Minnesota.
and so the AFC teams, do you think there's going to be a shakeup in their division? You think Buffalo is not going to win their division? They're going to let Miami.
No, Buffalo's certainly winning the division. Like,
what about the Ravens? You think Pittsburgh got a chance with Aaron Rodgers? Cincinnati finally play defense. I'm gonna give that to the Ravens.
There's no reason to believe that the Ravens will.
Okay. What about what about
Cincinnati and spent their entire payroll on 2 receivers. Like they're not gonna. They're not gonna.
Yeah, I think we know that the Chiefs should come out ahead in their division.
Oh, wait, is Cincinnati even re-signing their dude, their leading sack getter?
I don't think they signed yet.
No, because they didn't want to pay that man, and he was easily their only relevant piece on defense last year. And like, he was out there on social media saying that it was going to hurt.
They don't have money left.
Yeah,
they're making all-time big.
I can't believe they gave. Obviously, Chase is from Higgins.
I mean, Burrow already got paid.
I
they're big 3.
God, man, what a waste! Like trade him.
I thought they should have traded Higgins in the middle of the season to get some form, get a draft for him, and gave it to another team so he could be a number 1 somewhere else.
Use it to improve your tight end room. Use it to improve your. Yeah.
I couldn't believe they signed both their receivers.
What about Houston? Do you think somebody's going to knock them out? Indiana, which I don't think so.
Indianapolis is going to be trash. Jacksonville's going to be trash as well. Houston should win that division.
You know, I think they're all.
I don't know about Jacksonville.
I mean,
Jackson,
I don't know about
they want to hype him up every year, but they disappoint every year.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They're gonna hype him up. The quarterback gonna have a comeback season, and then the season starts.
He had one good season. They said then the season starts.
Well, I mean, they said that about him last year, right? Like they thought that he had a rookie or a second year regression, but I think Houston improved their defense. They might have they have like a top 10 defense, but it's if their receiver core can stay healthy, right? And I mean, if you can protect him, but it's going to be. I think they're still the best team on paper in that division. I mean, I think. Yeah, I think Tennessee is going to suck. Yeah, Tennessee's going to suck. So I mean,
first pick for a reason.
Yeah, Jacksonville might be interesting. I don't know if Travis Hunter's going to make like a huge impact, but it's all about if Trevor Lawrence, how he does.
Trevor actually lives up to what they say, which he hasn't yet, but for one season, I don't have faith in Jacksonville.
He's been I'm not going to say he's been a bust.
But he's been average. He's been average. Okay, but he hasn't lived up to that number one pick.
Yeah.
But for one season,
he was the number one quarterback. He was the number one quarterback in that draft. I don't want to say he a bust, but he a bust.
I don't think
what has he done?
I mean, he
I
don't
want to say it, but what has he done?
He
not much.
made the playoffs. I mean, they only won.
The game they made it to the playoffs and they won. Remember, they was down 20-something to zip that first half.
Wasn't it the Chargers though? Chargers suck.
In that game. Yeah, it was versus the Chargers.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. They've revamped.
If you start describing a bus, he's that description.
He is young, so he is young. He's young, so
we'll see. I mean, either way, I think, I mean, you got
like
Barn
25, 24. Like, he's young.
It's only, barring injury, though, I think Texans roll. I mean, the division I want to pay attention to very closely is your division, Mealy. Was it AFC West? You got everyone that I've seen here has the Chargers winning that division. Like
Arizona is winning the division.
Think Arizona? No.
Arizona is winning.
That's NFC though.
Yeah, he talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, people cannot be saying the Chargers are gonna win over the Chiefs.
I mean, I look at their roster. I'm like, I don't see how they're gonna be like they improved the running game, sure, a little bit, like with Najee, but like you don't have the horses to win when they're in the receiver core. They got rid of all the receivers, including Palmer, who I liked a lot. And now you know who you're going to throw to. Like they got I forget his name, but like they got one guy. Like they don't have anyone out there that scares you. Their defense is going to be okay, but it comes down to your dude. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to beat Mahomes if the defense is even average. It's just tough to say that.
The defense
they have to show it to me.
City defense going to be solid.
They
need a pass rush, but their defense is going to be solid.
Yeah,
the Chiefs defense hasn't took a hit, so they should win at least 12, 13 games at minimum because they haven't really took a hit defensively, and that's why they've been winning all these games. But I mean, the Chiefs have decent receivers.
Yeah, Chiefs receivers are fine. Like I think Worthy's going to be way better this year.
The like regular season is going to be kind of hard for them to.
Kelsey might. Kelsey's washed, but
they have to really prepare for them like the Eagles did. Like they really have to prepare for them to actually beat them. And I don't know who's going to do that in the regular season. I don't know.
Raiders are cooked. They're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be Geno Smith.
What's his name?
Who you guys think is who y'all guys have in the Super Bowl though? Do you think the Chiefs finally get knocked off again?
Nah. I mean, they're going to the AFC Championship, so I mean,
that's the invitational that they have to go through. Every team does.
Bears, Bills,
City Invitational, so they go.
Yeah, just any invitational. Yeah,
Think the Bills
exactly.
are
I mean,
finally
Everyone has to go through that part.
no, I don't think that KC. I say this every year, but I don't think KC gets past Baltimore. I think it's gonna be Baltimore this year.
I
I
don't
think
know.
they figured it out. There's no way they shouldn't have been there last year, but I
You
mean,
know, the Chiefs don't have issues with Baltimore though. They don't really have issues with them. It's Buffalo.
well, you're going to
Buffalo
this
ends
year.
up
The only
Buffalo
team,
ends
the only
up
team they
losing the
have
game.
issues.
Yeah, Buffalo
Yeah.
ends up
Team they have
losing the
issues
game.
with
So
is Cincinnati. Cincinnati's the only team they have issues with.
Calling
They
it
beat them
right
the
now.
last time they played
So
them.
we Bucks Bills Super Bowl. Let's go.
except Bucks.
Bucks?
You talking about the Buccaneers?
Yeah, hey, they were right there last
Yeah,
year.
you
Do you
know,
remember?
I mean, they're a playoff team. Like we
They
all know,
should have
they're
beat the
a playoff team.
Commanders. Commanders were crazy lucky that game.
They're a playoff team for sure.
I mean, the Bills should. I mean, they improved their roster. They have Goat Allen. I mean, it really just depends who gets hot because the Bills always find a way to choke, right? Well, KC
So
does the opposite.
they find a way to lose.
They find a way to choke every single time. So do the Ravens, and it's always those three teams right vying for it. I mean, I knew that the Lions were going to beat I mean, who saw the Commanders coming out of nowhere? They're not going to do that. But I mean,
nobody saw that.
it
Period.
should be Lions Bills, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, if I'm not,
Yeah, I was
I'm
so
just gonna say-
hoping
Well, you don't
for
think
like
the
the
Detroit will
Lions
take a step back?
last year.
They
So
all-
I was
they
hoping
can
not
they
that.
can take a step back because they. I mean, who's to say they're not going to be in for injury? They have new coordinators, right? They're really the same team, kind
Offense
of.
and defense.
No, yeah, they'll have a great offense as usual. But yeah, give me the Bucks
offensive
Ravens.
coordinator is, they are. Ben Johnson is our coach now.
Yeah,
You want to see a great offense? Watch the Bears.
you guys are going to be
So-
way better this year. People are going to sleep on you, man.
Everyone's sleeping on them.
We got some expectations this year. We got some expectations this year.
Yeah, if you guys
We're
win
gonna have a
9-10 games,
4,000-yard
9-10 games, I think will be a fantastic season for you.
That's not happening.
No,
I
mean-
it's happening. We went.
No.
We won 10, 11 games this year.
Stop
Caleb-
disappointing yourself
Caleb
every year.
Williams is throwing
Stop
for
it.
4,000. I can't.
Stop
I
disappointing
can't.
yourself
You know.
every year. Stop it. I don't
I can't.
understand these Bears fans. I
If
just
you
don't
want-
understand them. Every year it's the same thing. Every year it's the same thing with them, and they're
it's not.
trying.
How's it the
after
same thing
game.
every year? No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Every
Like
year.
they know they're going to suck
Wait,
sometime.
We can't.
Stop acting like the Bears are a good
We gonna
team,
win. We gonna
please.
Hey, they made a lot of moves, man. Like
And we thought.
There's-
Man,
Man, there's no team in Chicago that has the highest hopes but the Bears. If the Bulls are not good, they understand the Bulls are not good. If the Cubs are not good, they understand. The White Sox,
Bulls
they
will be way
understand.
better next year.
But when it comes to the Bears, I don't know what it is. Like, what is up with the Bears in Chicago? Like, is that like y'all love the Bears so
football
much?
city.
They love them
It's a
so
football
much.
city.
It's just
People
so
be thinking
disappointing.
this is basketball city. It's a
It's
football
not.
city.
They only like Jordan.
It's a
They don't like
football
nobody
city.
else.
Hey,
It's
also-
Bears.
Don't like nobody else.
Let's not pretend like
Bears
the
are
Eagles aren't
football
going to
city.
make some noise. I mean,
I don't want to see the
They ain't
Eagles.
making no noise.
I don't want to see them.
I hate the Eagles,
I don't like them at all.
but they still are
That's why I didn't
stacked.
want them to play them because when they beat them in the Super
They're gonna
Bowl,
take a
they
huge
should have.
step back.
When the Chiefs won the Super Bowl versus them, the Eagles should have won. And
Yeah,
I was hoping the Lions would have made it because I know they didn't have any defense.
I mean, if no one can stop Saquon Barkley again this year, like what's gonna beat them in their defense is top 5? It's gonna be insane.
I don't even care about their
I know y'all-
offense. I don't care about their offense.
Yeah. I want to see Baker Mayfield win MVP and Buccaneers win another trophy.
I want to see Baker Mayfield knock off the Eagles.
Well, don't worry.
I want
It's gonna be-
the Bears knock off the Eagles in the
I
playoffs.
think this year is wide open as much as it can be. People are sleeping on the Niners. I mean, you don't know really who's going to come out of it. You know.
I'm gonna fall asleep on the Niners right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna snore.
Other than the Eagles, because they won the Super Bowl is pretty wide open.
It is wide open.
If
Like
take
you're
out the
gonna,
Eagles, you don't really know.
NFC is wide open.
because I mean, what competitors really like took a step back this year? Like you, I mean, maybe, I mean, Rams got better.
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
like we already said that like the North.
Pittsburgh, I think, is going to be sneaky good because they have an amazing defense on paper, and I think Rodgers can still manage a game. I don't think they'll win the division though.
Rodgers. No faith in Rodgers.
No faith in Rodgers.
but let's remove the NFC East with Philly and Washington and Dallas. The North, Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay. Do that scare anybody?
Yeah, should.
I don't think that scares
So you're
anybody.
gonna skip the bed. So you're gonna really skip the bed.
No, I don't think embarrassed. Then you go to the South. You got Tampa Bay and Atlanta. That doesn't really, that doesn't scare too many people.
It don't scare nobody.
He's doing your team dirty.
Rams and Seattle and Arizona, San Francisco, like that doesn't scare anybody.
Yeah.
Rams should scare a lot of people, man.
It's the NFC East. It's the NFC East. Washington. Philly.
You got Devontae Adams, and then you have a fantastic pass rush. You have a healthy, well, presumably healthy Stafford, Nakua. You got some dogs on that team, and like you can run the ball. Like Rams are going to be. I think Rams win that division.
The Rams
they should win it again, but they don't really scare anybody.
I don't scare nobody.
They don't scare people like Buffalo and the Ravens.
They should have beat Philly.
Those two teams scare people. Like you go into Buffalo, you go to the Ravens.
No,
yeah,
Travis, they really should have beat Philly. Real talk. That is real talk.
I mean, they just choked in the last 10 yards or whatever, but it's not like Philly was a way better team than them. That's why Philly. I mean, it's wide open, but any team can get hot. But I mean, I still think I would still take Philly or the Lions because I think Dallas is going to be trash again.
That was always trash.
Yeah.
They don't know how to be anything else but trash.
Yeah, I think Dak is the most overrated quarterback in the league.
But I do think that it's because they don't have that star QB that could just win a game in those divisions.
Dude, you know who's going to be a dark horse is the Giants.
No, they're not.
No.
The Giants are going to be the Giants. They don't know how to be anything else.
Hey, you watch Russell Wilson get trashed, and then Jameis Winston come in there and win like 11 games for those guys.
Okay.
They have an interesting roster. It's hilarious, but I mean that division is the Eagles until someone proves it.
The Giants got some nice guys on defense. I love some of the players they got on defense, but
yeah,
and I like their receiver. I want to see what the quarterback does over there in New York.
Yeah,
both New York, the Jets and the Giants.
Jets are going to be dog water, even with especially with Fields.
I feel we gave up on Justin. I feel like we put Justin Fields in a bad situation here in Chicago.
I hate the way his career is going. Somebody who's so talented.
Yeah, he gets super talented.
He gets a starter right now. He gets to start and prove what he's worth. They have a good defense, but
he has one chance. He literally has one chance left.
Yeah, he does.
Play.
He got a chance this year because it's nobody backing him. It's him. The Jets are giving him opportunity, and he better take full advantage of it. It's not like you don't have a running back. They got two running backs and a receiver over there.
Yeah.
And
they can play defense.
So.
Yeah. I mean, how do you guys think Tennessee's going to do with the number one pick?
They're going to play like they just drafted a number one pick.
Basically. They'll be like trying to not bench them.
They're going to win like, that's exactly. They're going to try not to bench
him. Be careful with him. He looked good in practice, but
I didn't see too many Miami games, so I didn't see their quarterback really play this year. And I watched college football, so I missed the Miami game, so I didn't see him. So,
who do you think is the most improved team this year? I think it's the Patriots.
Y'all know who I think it is.
Probably go with the 49ers.
Bears.
It's Bears.
I'll probably go with the 49. I mean, John.
49ers? Oh, yeah, because I guess they were trash last year.
He just have to say the Bears. John, I'm so disappointed with you. Like all season long, we're gonna have this argument with the Bears.
Yes.
Just so you know this.
Yes. I can't. Who else I'm gonna say? The Bears. I mean,
Brandon,
you
keep
can
the
say
same
a good
energy.
team.
Keep the same energy when they're like 5-1.
I mean, they actually start off good. When they like 4-1 or 5-2.
They're 5-2, and
then they lost every game.
They lost.
Game, right?
Remember that Washington game? That Washington game when they threw that Hail Mary.
As soon as that happened,
the Hail Mary, and then the next week they lost to the
imploded.
Patriots. It was just out of there.
They just imploded.
Yeah.
But hey, what would you expect against the Bears? What do you expect against the Bears? Devin Hester is not coming through that door. Brian Urlacher is not coming through that door.
Yeah, he is. He's going to be their announcer.
We need David Hester. We need Hester so bad. Let's bring back our coach too. They fired him after he won.
Lovey.
Yes, bring back.
Lovey Smith.
You can't trust Chicago teams. You can't trust them. You can't even trust them to actually give
so
Jerry
much
Krause
hate for
credit.
Chicago. Really hate
you can't even trust them to get Jerry Krause credit.
No, people don't give him credit. He built 6 championship teams, and y'all don't want to give him credit. Oh my God!
Yeah, you disrespect all your legends. You disrespect slamming Sammy Sosa.
I mean, we just don't know what he is. He white or black? I mean,
it doesn't matter. He's a legend in Chicago. You need to disrespect him
for sure.
All y'all care about is Michael Jordan and Walter Payton.
No,
y'all got so many legends there.
Michael Jordan and the '85 Bears.
There you go.
It's
we like Peyton, the refrigerator. We like the refrigerator. Don't forget.
They beat my Patriots. Fuck that too.
Yeah, disrespect Pippen too. I mean, this is a disrespectful city. Disrespectful.
That's why they're all going to win the championship this year.
They disrespected Frank Thomas. They
Frank Thomas. I mean, I'm not even. He should be a legend in Chicago, but they don't even mention him
at all.
First ballot Hall of Famer, like he didn't even exist. Like he didn't even play.
They'll never talk about Andre Dawson at all.
Andre Dawson, they don't even know he played for the Cubs.
No, they don't. And they blew.
Besides Sammy, he's the best baseball player y'all had.
Yeah, nobody can swing a cork bat like Sosa did.
I mean, that was a mistake. Yeah, he picked up the wrong bat. He said it. He picked up the wrong bat.
He picked up the wrong bat.
I mean, give him credit. I mean,
wasn't he a roid case too?
I mean, that's not true. They only put his name in there because it was probably something from somebody from Chicago trying to tarnish his name.
Hammond McGuire.
Now he was using steroids. I give it to him. He was using them steroids.
Jose Canseco
was shooting him up, but ain't nobody was shooting up slamming Sammy. I'll tell you that one.
What happened to Albert Pujols?
The only reason people watch baseball that season for him and McGuire's race.
Yeah. What happened to Albert Pujols when they started doing testing? His game just disappeared.
Love me some Pujols.
I've never seen someone drop off that quick in my life.
Yes, you saw steroids.
What about Tony Gwynn?
I never seen anyone in sports history drop off. Like one moment he's the best thing we ever seen, winning titles, and the next moment he's like he shouldn't even be in the game.
Shouldn't be playing baseball. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he just disappeared.
Pujols? Didn't he just go with he went to the Angels and just retired after that, right?
I mean, he started with the Cardinals to that big drop off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he did go to the Angels for a year or two. And
who watches baseball anymore? Anyway,
I mean, ever since they started disrespecting all these amazing steroid users, no one really paid attention. I mean, why are you hating?
I won't watch baseball.
We love Barry Bonds.
Baseball to Barry Bonds. Until Barry Bonds get into the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, Barry Bonds. I don't think he ever tested positive for it.
Didn't.
But they just say he did because
like his head shrink or his head grew.
Company said that they were giving out like performance-enhancing drugs.
I don't care what nobody said. Barry Bonds didn't say he did it. He never tested positive, so he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, he will be.
Well, in reality, they do have people who tested positive in the Hall of Fame.
What's his name
Bobby,
from
Big Bobby's in the Hall of Fame.
What's his name
What's
from
the
Boston?
dude from the What's his name? Oh,
From the Mets?
the Mariners. Is it him? I forgot his name.
King Griffey.
Yes,
You ain't talking about Alex Rodriguez not in.
No, not the Mariners. Marlins are. Was it the? Let me see. I forgot his name. Was it the Marlins he played for?
So I know the catcher from the Mets. They said he was on and he got in. And you talking about the Houston? You talking about the Houston Astros? What's dude name?
I have to find it. I couldn't believe he made it, and Slammin' Sammy's not in it.
I think you're talking about the guy.
Ivan Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Ivan Rodriguez. He tested positive for it. Mike Piazza did too, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Mike Piazza for the Mets, and it was one more guy from the.
Oh my God, Mike Piazza.
The Houston Astros.
I mean, I got Mike Piazza rookie card. I was so happy when I was little. It ain't worth the paper it's printing on right now. But
ball.
Yeah.
Anyway, you all got things to do, gentlemen.
Yeah, I gotta go pick up the little one.
All right.
23 years old.
Yeah, well, hours good enough for me. This was our best show. All right.
Well, to the chat, we'll have our usual stuff back next week with questions and everything else. We'll get you guys a little more involved, but doing this quick one today, responding to a crazy game one, obviously, and the expectations in the NFL. We'll see if your opinions align with ours. But anyway, we'll sign off and do it again in the morning.
All right, then. All right, see you guys.
Johnny, the 49ers going to be trash.
They are. Yeah.